Okay guys, now I'm really excited for this one. This is Serum Code PR3. It's the first pre-workout from Biohack Pharmaceuticals, which is Ask Court's company. And yeah, there's a lot of hype around this product. Now, for this review, we've sent out some samples to members of the public, so we're going to get their impressions. We're also going to get a formula breakdown from the owner of Strom Sports Nutrition, Mr. Richard Foster, and you're going to get my opinion as well. So, I'm excited to try this, but first we're going to hear from the public. So what do they make of Serum Code PR3?
Right, this is my taste test review of Serum Code Pre. Here we go. Not too bad, tastes quite nice. Fruity flavour, like most pre-workouts really. Mix is fine, no clumpy bits at the minute. I'll get back to you when it's kicked in. Cheers.
Taste wise, very subtle to start with, quite nice, but then a big hit of pepper, hotness which came through, which sort of lasted a couple of minutes, which meant that I had to quickly neck what was remaining in the shaker.
Taste test wise, it's not bad at all. It's not great. It's very peppery, but I think there's a very high amount of biohack in it. Yes, not the worst by far.
First thing I would say is smell-wise, if you love Frutella, it smells amazing. It definitely stands out. We'll give it a go taste-wise. So yeah, it tastes really good. No bitterness like you get with some pre-workouts, no graininess either. So yeah, first impressions, real nice to drink. We'll just go put it to the test now with some deadlifts.
Taste wise, I'd say it was pretty nice, like a fruity, sort of chewy type flavour, if you remember Chewits. Pretty good. Did leave a slight sort of peppery taste in the back of my throat a little bit at the moment. But all in all, it was pretty tasty. Mixed really well. Didn't see any sort of residue, or it wasn't gritty or anything like that. So yeah, just heading off into training now.
The flavour was amazing. It tasted exactly Frutella's, and also the fact that it mixed really well.
Right, so I'm back after my workout. First 20 minutes in, felt a little bit nauseous. First time I've had pre-workout for a couple of weeks. Did 2 scoops. Good, clean energy. Felt focused. No tingles, no beta-alanine tingles, no sort of, you know, things like that. But yeah, really good. I'd probably recommend it, yeah. It's up there with some of the best I've had. Certainly beats Ghost and things like that. But yeah, probably a 8 out of 10. Definitely would buy. Cheers.
In the gym, my muscle connection, very good. Could feel every movement, could feel every squeeze and every muscle that I was working. So that was very good. Energy-wise, was okay. Focus-wise, there was the same again. So I would probably give it, for taste-wise, I'd probably give it maybe a 7 out of 10. My muscle connection, I'd probably give it about an 8.5. Energy and focus, I'd probably give it about an 8. So overall, for me, it was probably an 8 out of 10. I wouldn't purchase it, as I feel there are better ones on the market. And
actual product wise, the focus on it is just ridiculous. It's absolutely out of this world. Like I just went for hours at the gym and yeah, just hit PRs all round. Yeah, couldn't say a bad thing about it. No come downs, there's no massive come up, it was just smooth the whole way through.
Okay, so session complete with using the Biohack Pharmaceutical PR3. Really impressed with it. Went into the session with numbers to hit and numbers that I'd be looking at in a logbook and possibly think I'd have trouble with hitting with ease. I didn't feel overly stimmed at any point. It was just a real clear, clean focus I had. Yeah, nearly a 2-hour long session. No point did I feel like I was going to fade. Just had that good clear focus throughout. It's definitely one I would look to buy myself, and I'd highly recommend to others as well.
Session after trying out the PR3, pretty interesting session actually. Felt kind of a sort of happy feeling going into the gym, and then following on from that through all my sets and stuff, there was just a real insane focus, and really managed to dial into every set, which was really good. Overall, I quite enjoyed the feeling of it. Not long finished the session, but as of yet, no real sort of come down or downside to it. So yeah, it was a good session. I just finished a second training session with the PR3. It's a really good pre-workout. Actually, I would definitely buy this again. It's a good feeling. It's definitely something slightly different from a pre-workout that I've had before.
It's a different pre-workout to anything I've experienced before. I couldn't get the dosage quite right in the samples I had. I feel like it was a good pre-workout, but it suppressed my appetite based on the amount of caffeine that was in it based on the 2 scoops. It was a good pre-workout. The focus was different to anything I've ever experienced. I was zoned in, unintentionally being zoned in, so I was focusing on the lifts and focusing on what was going on. But I felt it was different compared to any pre-workout I've tried before. It was good, it just wasn't what I was expecting.
Okay, so that's what the public thinks, but what's in Serum Code PR3? For our expert analysis, we turn to Richard Foster, owner of Strom Sports Nutrition, and ask, what's in Serum Code PR3?
Oh, we've started. We're starting. Okay. Hi, my name is Rick from Strom Sports Nutrition, and this is the supplement review. Biohack Pharmaceuticals, one of the newest brands on the market. I will point out right at the start, Court is a very good friend of mine, so to eliminate any element of personal bias, I'm not going to personally talk about my feelings on the product because, you know, impartial and stuff. But what I will say is that Court has done something very unique in the market. This is one of the most complex formulas and most transparent formulas that we've seen in a very long time. And there's a lot of stuff that's going on in here that you won't see elsewhere. Branding, I think it looks brilliant. One of the questions we often ask on the supplement review, one of the questions I'm often asked is, would you stock it? Well, yes. Yes, we would. And it's actually been one of our most popular new brands. The first batch came in 2 weeks ago and it sold out in about 4 or 5 days. Things that are different about Serum Code Pre. They give you, a lot of products will say, serving size 1 scoop, don't exceed 2 scoops. What Court's done is said, you can have 1, 2 or 3 scoops, and this is the amount of active ingredients that you'll get. Tariq will probably flash up the nutritional information at some point. But that's really cool. So it shows you exactly what you're getting at 1 scoop, 2 scoops or 3 scoops. And they advise that 1 scoop is for a beginner. What do they specifically say? Yeah, beginner 1 scoop, intermediate 2 scoops, and for an expert biohacker, 3 scoops, 200, 400 or 600 ml of water, depending on the amount of scoops. I'm gonna start from the bottom on this one. I don't normally break down the full panels, but I'm going to on this occasion because that's really the really unique thing with this product is the level of detail that has gone in to the formula. Now, it's worth pointing out that this isn't a pump product in any way, shape or form. It's purely a stimulant-based pre-workout designed to give you focus, energy, psychological enhancement. It comes in 1 flavour at the moment, Frutella flavour. So I'm going to give you the figures for 3 scoops because that's obviously the headline figures that everyone gets excited about. If you want 2 scoops or 1 scoop, then just adjust down accordingly. So starting at the bottom, you've got an absorption matrix. The point of an absorption matrix is to make everything else that is in the product work better. We've got black pepper extract or piperine and estrogen. Estrogen improves the absorption of lots and lots of things. Black pepper extract inhibits an enzyme in your urinary tract to stop you from excreting things, expelling things too early. So both of those will improve the effectiveness of everything else in the product. Stimulants in this product come from a fairly simple combination of caffeine and juglans. Caffeine's quite high at 3 scoops, but you can of course do 2 or 1 scoops. So at 3 scoops, you get 600 milligrams of caffeine anhydrous, and you get 375 milligrams of juglans. I like that they've just used caffeine anhydrous. I know there are lots of trendy alternative caffeines on the market. However, in my experience and in practice, I find that they don't actually offer much in the way of benefits in the real world apart from pushing the price up. Juglans Regia extract, so that's the same stimulant that we use in Stimumax, and I use it because I really like it. It gives a good euphoric feeling, it's reasonably long lasting, and it doesn't interfere with your sleep. Walnut bark extract is what that's commonly known as. The support matrix, now if you follow Court or if you've followed Court for a while, he's talked about all of these ingredients in great detail. The support matrix fundamentally is a selection of ingredients that are designed to support the way you feel, reduce crash, offset the negative side effects that you might get from such a high dose of stimulants. You've got bacopa, L-theanine and hordenine at 450, 300 and 150 milligrams, all good clinical doses. There's nothing in here that's not clinically dosed, quite frankly. You've got the dopamigenic matrix. I'm pretty sure that's a word that Court has made up, but that's cocoa extract and L-tyrosine. Cocoa extract is a natural source of PEAs. Really, really cool ingredients that improve focus, give you kind of a euphoric feeling. Tyrosine, tyrosine is in Vascumax and Stimumax. We use NAC L-tyrosine, Court uses straight tyrosine. Me and Court have kind of gone back and forth on this one a few times. Court is of the opinion regular tyrosine is better. I believe NAC L-tyrosine is better, but there is no real clear answer unless you ask Court, and then he says that regular tyrosine is better. However, tyrosine, dopamine precursor. When you train, you deplete dopamine. So having a dopamine precursor in there seems to massively offset any crash, and it gives you a really nice clean sense of focus. So if you stack Vascumax and Stimumax together, you get 2 grams of NAC L-tyrosine. If you have 1 full serving of Serum Code Pre, you get 3 grams, 3,000 milligrams of tyrosine. So that's one of the things you haven't really seen in anything else. B vitamins, B9, B6 and B12, P5P and methylcobalamin. I'm not as good at the big words as Court. So he's gone for premium forms of B vitamins as well. And then the bit that I got really excited about, because you know, those of you who know Support Max Neuro, I'm big into choline. I'm big into anything that supports brain function. You've got ALA, which is a choline esterase inhibitor that makes your choline go further. You've got koala extract, go-to koala. I believe it's a leaf extract that they've used. 300 milligrams, ALA at 300 milligrams. ALA is commonly seen in glucose disposal agents. It's in Glycomax, but it is, as I say, also a choline esterase inhibitor. DMAE by tartrate, really excitingly for me, 4.5 grams of choline by tartrate. Choline is one of the things that helps your brain work better. Now I know that doesn't sound particularly scientific, but you can end up in a rabbit hole on this one. Fundamentally, choline is it's a fundamental component of the way neurotransmitters send and receive signals. You've got 1,000 milligrams of it in Support Max. The World Health Organization suggests a recommended serving size of 500 milligrams a day. 1,000 milligrams in Support Max Neuro. A full serving of this gives you 4,500 milligrams, 4.5 grams. Now that does give the product a slightly odd taste. It's not unpleasant, but it does. You can tell there's 4.5 grams of choline in it. But on the flip side, there's 4.5 grams of choline in it, which is great. Again, because of all the ingredients in there, you know, you're looking at a 30-gram serving, biggest serving size. You get a little bit of sediment, you know, you get a little bit of settling, but that's not a problem, you just mix it. All in all, I think this is one of the most thoroughly thought out, possibly over-engineered products on the market. The flavour is Frutella. It's not unpleasant. Because of the amount of ingredients in there, it's not to my taste, but my customers have all really enjoyed it. Definitely worth a go. In terms of personal experience, I've used it 3 times and it feels very different to anything else. I would say in terms of my ability to get shit done, it's up there with Stimumax, which is no bad thing. That's one of the most popular stimulant-based pre-workouts that we stock. And it's been proven, you know, past the test of time. It works, you just get stuff done. But with this, you get another level of focus. You've got to try it. It's really hard to describe the way it makes me feel personally. So in order to do that, you'll need to try it because it's just so different to everything else that's out there. Priced at £39. We sell it, Biohack sell it, lots and lots of people now sell it. Give it a go. I very much doubt you'll be disappointed.
Okay, so it's time for me to give you my opinion on Serum Code PR3. Now, I'll say straight away that this is a good product. It's a product that's been put together with thought. The ingredients in there are clinically dosed. This isn't a cash grab. It's not Court trying to use his Instagram notoriety to sell something that isn't good. It is a good pre-workout, there is no doubt about that. I think one of the reasons that it suffered slightly from some of the people that I've spoken to is because of the level of expectation. There was so much, and there still is so much hype around this product, that some people try it and they think, you know, they have such unrealistic expectations of what it could be that it doesn't fulfill them. And they say, oh, well, it's only as good as Stimumax Pro, or it's only as good as Total War. Those are established brands that have worked on their formulas for years. This is the first product from Court's company. So on that basis, this is extremely good. To have come in and be instantly compared to some of the leading names in the industry is awesome. There are a couple of things that I'm not a big fan of in this, but there are way more things that I am. So I'm just going to start with the things that I didn't like. You've heard some of our reviewers talk about the mind-muscle connection, and that's 100% true. Now, for me, this is quite a cerebral pre-workout. You really do feel your connection to the muscles when you're training. That's not necessarily something I enjoyed. I do a lot of strength work. Being dialed into every muscle on every rep is kind of painful. It makes things a struggle. Some of the pre-workouts I enjoy are quite stim heavy, but it also means that you kind of float through your workout. So a good example of that would bring the chaos. I imagine if you're doing more bodybuilding type training, where you really want to squeeze every rep and you want to make sure you're getting that full ROM, then I imagine this would be awesome. So I think perhaps more of a bodybuilding than a strength training pre-workout. So one of the other criticisms that could be labelled is the fact that it sits at a quite high price point. So it is up there with the elite pre-workouts in brands like MyoBlocks, where you're charging sort of between 40 and 50 pounds for a tub of pre-workout. There are other brands out there that means you could buy their pump product and their stim product for the same money. So Court has very much decided to pin his colours for the mast. Biohack Pharmaceuticals is going to be an elite brand. Can't fault him for that, but obviously it is something that people are going to have to take into consideration because it's an expensive product. But I'll come back to that in a bit. Now, I really don't want people to go away thinking that this, the supplement review don't rate Court's product. It's not a great product. It is. The ingredients list in this, as you heard from Rick, is awesome. It has been put together with a lot of thought and care, and it's been put together to be the best product that it can. You heard from several of our reviewers that they got PRs using this. The reception to it has been broadly very, very good, and certainly for a first product and a first time to market, it's excellent. The absorption matrix is a very nice touch, so you've got chemicals in there which are designed to make sure your body absorbs as much as you can, and you've got quite high doses. Now, I didn't try 3 scoops, I did 2.5, and it didn't particularly get on with me. I think 2 was about the sweet spot for me. Would I recommend this? Yes. If you're looking for something different, if you want to step away from whatever you've been using and try something else, I would recommend this as being in the running. I spent a lot of time thinking about the best way that I could sum up my thoughts of PR3. And I think it's like this. When Russia and America were going to the moon, the Americans found that biros didn't work because they're gravity based and it requires gravity to bring the ink onto the ball. And they spent a lot of money on developing the Space Pen. Now, the Space Pen is a pen with a pressurized ink cartridge so that it doesn't rely on gravity and it can be used in space. And they spent a lot of time, money and research on developing this Space Pen. The Russians, they took a pencil. This is a Space Pen, in my opinion. But that analogy works on a couple of different levels and it's not intended to be a bad thing. Space pens are cool. They still sell space pens, hundreds of thousands every year, and if you look at the amount of money that went into them versus what they've sold for as a commercial product, they're way in the black. So it's not that this isn't good, it's that there are simpler options if you want them, but if you are so inclined and you want nice things, Space Pen. So if you're watching this call, well done. This is an awesome product, a great first start. I think you're going to do massive things with your brand. I've just seen on Instagram their ashwagandha product, which looks great. Again, he's mixed ashwagandha with an absorption matrix, which means that your body will uptake a greater percentage and less will be excreted out in your urine. So actually you're getting more of what you're paying for. And his pump product looks interesting as well. I particularly like the inclusion of the pink Himalayan salt. I thought that was a really nice little gourmet touch, and I can't wait to try that. So overall, PR3, it's one of the good ones. Check it out. I'm going to put some links to loads where you can buy it. You can buy it from Court's website, and you can also get it from Strom Sports Nutrition. Use code TSR to get free shipping at stromsports.com.
Bad bitches wanna fuck me, yeah. Shout it love, bad bitches wanna fuck me, yeah. You know, shout it love the way shout it love the way shout it love the way when I'm cutting up, I'ma get the dick, ain't no color love.